Hi there, welcome to I Lone Fly Tarot. I'm going to do a tarot card reading for Leo energy, and we're going to read it from a couple different perspectives because people have free will, and some people harness high vibe Leo energy, some people harness a more worldly focused Leo energy, and some people harness a much more shadowy Leo energy. So we're going to see how different people are harnessing their Leo energy, and if you're a Leo or cross-watching for a Leo, you might find out you're the one who harnesses high vibe, and some other people in your life harness kind of worldly or low vibe. And you've been given the gift of intuition. So listen to your intuition about the different people in your life. Oh my. Okay. Okay. The reason for the reading is the Five of Swords. Some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius. Some of you are an Aquarius. But Aquarius energy has to do with, your dreams that you have. What is your dream? Are you in your more worldly, egoic nature? Is it about winning at all costs? Not caring who gets hurt? Is it about the world, having money and status and image, or indulging in the world? Is that the most important thing? High vibe people have changed. They have looked at life from a higher perspective. They have hope and faith and belief in love and in healing. And they would be people who are listening to their intuition, taking action in their life from truth and love because they've healed from past pain and heartbreak that would tempt them to keep being in their egoic, defensive, immature, indulgent ways of being. And they're taking action in truth and love. The other people might have mental conflict about that because they keep taking action and think they know better. And they're taking action out of fear or insecurity or pride or ego or lust or greed or laziness or self-importance. The first card is the Nine of Cups. What do we think will make us happy? Is it having good boundaries within ourselves to align with hope and faith and belief? Having good boundaries against our shadowy nature so we don't run our life off into the ditch? Have we educated ourselves about how we've maybe ran our life off into the ditch, kind of indulging ourselves, and how it maybe didn't work out the way we expected, and it caused us mental conflict because we thought a dream was going to come into reality? You do that enough times and you get wounded enough in relationships because they didn't work out the way you thought. Some high vibe people decide, I need to have better boundaries within myself. I don't control other people. I shouldn't try to control other people. But I can have good boundaries within myself. If I'm a loving, nurturing, supportive, caring person, I should defend that nature within myself to make sure if I'm going to let other people be in my life, that they're people who know how to fill their own cup emotionally. They know how they've offset some of their fears and insecurities and past pain and heartbreak with love to be emotionally independent of their egoic nature, who've aligned with love and hope and faith and belief. High vibe people are harnessing high vibe Pisces energy and high vibe Sagittarius. And there could be people in the world who don't like that because in shadowy energy, they want to indulge in a relationship with you, being defensive, maybe wanting to win at all costs, maybe being self-centered and egotistical. Shadowy Aquarius is people who think, and they don't have to be an Aquarius sun sign, we all harness these energies, high vibe or low vibe. They could just be people who think, aren't I the most important thing in the relationship? Aren't people supposed to want to be in a relationship with me? And they could think other people are supposed to put aside their pride and ego in a relationship and indulge them. And they never put aside their pride and ego. It's all about them indulging themselves in relationships because they're defensive to looking at life differently and being more bold and brave and confident in love. So they just decide to make life about indulging themselves. And the high vibe people might have dealt with some people like that, and they learn they need to have good boundaries against those kind of people and quit indulging them in their poor behavior and to love and believe in themselves and stand up for themselves. So we've all been hurt before. We've all been wounded before. We've all had mental conflict before. The difference between people who learn to love and believe in themselves and have good boundaries and stand up for themselves are people who've reconciled themselves with the past. They're no longer, from the Nine of Cups to the Six of Cups is letting go of a Three of Cups. I'm no longer going to work together with people from a foundation of love if they have this view of life in relationships where they have mental conflict about love and they think they have this illusion that it's about them being indulged in a relationship, being defensive to working together with people cooperatively in a deep, meaningful relationship, being balanced in a relationship. And so the high vibe people reconciled themselves with the past. They offered love to it. Love is what helps us heal. Because in the Nine of Cups, someone previously probably was in the Seven and Eight of Cups, kind of an illusion about people, thinking people were going to move forward with them, and then people didn't move forward with them and weren't willing to offer love to the situation. So high vibe people reconciled themselves with the past and they called judgment on it. There's certain patterns. The Six of Cups can talk about people repeating patterns of relationship. And just like you could have gotten in a relationship with someone who repeats a certain way of being in a relationship, you could have realized that you were repeating a certain pattern of relationship. Why do I get in relationships with people that I indulge them in their poor behavior? You know? And you call judgment on them and you realize that you couldn't have you couldn't keep investing in that person, kind of letting go of the Ace of Cups to go down to the Five of Cups. Because if you're in a relationship with someone who has this unresolved issues from their past that they haven't worked through, they're not kind of like living in the present moment aligned with love. They're probably still focused on the relationships in their past that didn't work out. And that's why they're defensive. And that's maybe why they decided to live their life, making their life about indulgence. And so you realize you can't be in a relationship with them if they're not living in the present moment and they haven't reconciled themselves with the past to let the past go so that they can work together with people in an energy of love, then you can't be in a relationship with them. And in the Chariot card, you offered yourself love because the Chariot card is Cancer energy about love and home and family and loving yourself, believing in yourself. And you got in the driver's seat of your life to love yourself and get yourself balanced. I want to move forward in emotionally balanced, loving relationships. And I am willing to let go of people who wanted me to move forward with them being defensive and kind of in shadowy Aries energy being bossy and controlling. And again, they don't have to be an Aries sun sign. But they were defensive to taking bold, brave, creative action in their life, to let go of their regrets of the past and get in the driver's seat of their life and be in the energy of love. So you decided to let go and to go with the flow with the Wheel of Fortune and to stand up for yourself and what you believe in, to stand up for yourself against people who might want to be in a relationship with you, but it's more about their wants, their needs, their lusts, their greed, their pride, their ego, kind of being all about themselves. And you're like, no, I'm going to take some bold, brave, confident action in my own life because I have dreams and I can't have my dream come into reality with someone like you. I need to be in a relationship with other people who've worked through their issues of the past to stand up for themselves, to believe that they deserve to have their dreams come into reality and stand up against their more shadowy, indulgent nature or fearful nature or insecure nature, thinking that'll make me happy. I'm going to do that. I'm going to be defensive to love. That way I can just indulge myself in the world. It's like, okay, if you want to live your life that way. So what are the shadowy people doing? They're still defending, indulging themselves in their fear, in their insecurity, in their pride, in their ego, in their immaturity, in their self-centeredness, in their emotionally defensive ways of being. And they want they're going to keep repeating these patterns of ways of being. They want people to maybe work with them in shadowy Scorpio energy where they can be emotionally shallow and superficial. I want to put an end to the regrets of the past. I want to move forward. I want to let the past go. I don't want to work through it. I don't want to figure out and deal with my issues. I just want to move forward. I'm defensive of taking bold, brave, confident action in my life. I want to keep being defensive and being more about myself, my wants, my needs, my lust, my greed, my pride, my ego. And if they can find someone else in the world who's maybe went through something in their life that has made them sad, maybe a relationship they were in that they had been moving forward with that didn't work out, who might be a little defensive right now, it's like, perfect. I'm going to try to get in a relationship with you. Oh, did a relationship not work out? That's sad. Can I get in a relationship with you? I like to indulge myself in my pride and my ego and my whatever. And I'm defensive to moving forward in my life and letting go of my old ways of being. Do you want to get in a relationship? Are you defensive? Did a relationship not work out? Perfect. Let's get in a relationship. And some of those people are doing that right now. And they're indulging themselves. They could be sad that some people in their life, high vibe people and low vibe people, maybe aren't in a relationship with them anymore. If they had loving people in their life who stood up for themselves and let go of being in a relationship with them, they could miss that relationship because they were loving, nurturing, supportive people. If they had other people in their life who were kind of more aligned with their worldly nature, who might look very successful and they wanted to be in a relationship with them, that relationship might not have worked out either. And they're kind of sad that that relationship didn't work out. But they've decided, I'm just going to keep moving forward in my Leo energy of my ego. I'm not going to take bold, brave, confident action in my life. I have mental conflict about taking bold, brave, confident action in my life or looking at life from a higher perspective or believing I can heal, and I'm just going to keep repeating these patterns of the past. I know I want to be in a relationship with someone. I've decided kind of that there's someone who's sad that a relationship didn't work out, or they're waiting for that. I'm waiting for any of the people who I might have been in a relationship with before. The loving people, I'm waiting for them to not love and believe in themselves. And when they don't love and believe in themselves, I'm going to go see if they'd be willing to get back in a relationship with me. If there's people in the world who look very successful and I'm kind of motivated by money and materialism, if those people's relationship doesn't work out, I'm going to go see if they'll go get in a relationship with me. Right now, some of the shadowy people might just be indulging themselves in a different relationship, but they still have mental conflict about the people who probably in their life moved away from them. And if none of those people, the loving people or the materialistic successful people in the world who are more, both of them could be successful in the world, but if one is loving, they're hoping for that person to quit loving and believing in themselves and let go of that and kind of be in their ego and defensive nature, then they'll get in a relationship with them. If they're in a relationship with someone who's more about money and materialism and ego, if that person moved forward in a different relationship, they're waiting for that relationship to end so that they can be defensive and then they can go get in a relationship with them. And for right now, they're kind of indulging themselves in someone else in the meantime. And if nobody comes back and they realize that everybody else has moved on, well, then they'll maybe decide that they'll work with the person they're in a relationship with. This person seems sad. This person seems to kind of be emotionally balanced. Maybe could be loving. Maybe could be kind of successful in the world. And I guess I gotta let go of thinking I was going to move forward with any of the other people. And I'm going to have to get in a relationship with these people. So, some high vibe people have been in a relationship with people like that, and they're defensive to those people. Some of those people, I think right now they're just doing the work within themselves to get balanced within themselves and to work through the fact that someone who they had wanted to be in a relationship with, that it didn't work out. And out of love for themselves, they're going to detach from the past, and they're going to take this harnessing high vibe Leo energy. They're going to get out of their ego about a relationship that didn't work out in the past, and they're going to take some bold, brave, confident action to bring their dreams into reality. Not being up in their head, not being down in their emotions, looking at life from a higher perspective, and believing in themselves and believing in their dreams, and looking to be in relationship with other people who've done that same work within themselves that they could work with, because they also have hope and faith and belief in love. They've also probably dealt with people who are bossy or controlling and defensive and indulgent and unstable and are caught up in the illusion of the world, and money and materialism and status and image is a driving factor in their life. And they want to be in relationships with people who've seen life from a higher perspective, that want to move forward in the energy of love. And some of those people, the wands can talk about communicating. Some of the people right now who have learned these lessons to be more independent and fill their own cup and stand up for themselves and believe in themselves, some of those people might communicate with some people in the world right now that they think are people that are on the same page as them. And the shadowy people are going to try to go find someone they can indulge in. So there we go, Leo energy. I wish you peace, love, and joy, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.